people for the second half of tonight's Snarl in London. Wally Cardle in the house with Johnny and Tex. The second half tonight, 2 nights beforehand the Labor Day Slam-a-thon. 3 mammoth matches, including a special appearances by the Brothers of Destruction, Kane and The Undertaker, the Mexican Monolith in a 2-on-1 handicap matches, and Macho Man Randy Savage. In the ring tonight to talk about Elizabeth and the reunion.
But we're starting off the second half with a women's World Tag Titles matchup. Let's have a look at who's who and how we got to tonight's match.
But this time it's a little bit different. This one is for the #1 contendership for the Women's World Tag Team Championship.
Keaton Carter and Katana Chance.
A lot of fans saw that win last week by Caden and Katana as something of a fluke with a little bit of good luck, with Marty Gordon unable to make the save on Frankie Picone during that pinfall. But Frankie Picone takes her down into a serious armbar, a kneeling armbar, with nowhere for Katana Chance to go. Willie Johnson asking what she wants to do, but here Caden Carter making the rescue right here. Marty Gordon shows her the outside. Frankie Picone. Oh, well, we just lost the referee, too. Here's another torturous leg submission from Frankie Picone with no referee to monitor the situation. Katana Chance favoring that knee now as Frankie Picone begins to stalk Katana Chance. Takes her back down to the canvas and again right into that self-same armbar. Katana Chance is tapping out. That is it. Power and Beauty are the new #1 contenders for the Women's World Tag Team Championship.
Well, things just changed up dramatically for AP, who probably would have preferred to face Carter and Chance for the belts. But now, they're gonna be up against the Strongholds to ladies, and that could prove to be a game changer for American Powers, who will probably have to work just that much harder to hang on to the titles. Man alive, the writing's on the wall for a very intense Women's World Tag Titles match next week. Another week, another title defense for the ladies' Triple Crowners, who go into this one with a 2-0 record against Frankie Picone and Marty Gordon.
Oh, boys, this is going to be a rough ride for me.
So I'm sure both teams have the measure of one another. And while nothing's impossible, I'm saying it's improbable. They're excellent, experienced competitors that have only gotten better with Sylvia guiding them.
Frankie and Marta would love nothing more than to bring those belts to the Stronghold. And yeah, that would be kind of cool. I'm conflicted, but I still have to lean towards Patty and Danielle here. Champion's edge kind of thing. Being purely objective, American Powers has the better track record going into this title defense and an 18 months long reign as Women's World Tag Team Champions. Those stats are hard to deny.
Oh, Sylvia opted for the leather catsuit for Act 2. Man, she's got more costume changes than Fiddler on the Roof.
And all of this on top of their upcoming match against the future Endeavored on Labor Day. And folks, this just coming into us here at the desk. There has been a change in that match. No, there is going to be, same as last year's Labor Day card, an 8-woman War Games match with Sister Golden Hair and a 4th partner to be announced against all for members of the future Endeavor. Just like last year's match against the Bell Council, I just can't even wrap my mind around that.
Yes, sir, when it rains, it pours, guys. Now, I wonder who they're going to pick for that 4th partner. Well, better focus on this match first.
Power and Beauty beat Caden and Katana last week clean and square, so they've got every right to a title shot after a long time. But with their record against American Powers, it don't look great by the numbers.
Wow, seriously, another War Games match 2 years in a row. That's getting to be a tradition. And who that 4th partner could be. They had Dione the Titaness on their squad against the Bell Council last year. So she's a good bet. Maybe the Texan Ladies Association on their squad with Ferrantino. Lots of ways it could go. But as soon as we get the info, we'll relay it to you. Meanwhile, AP looking at this title defense against a team they've already beat twice. But despite their familiarity with power and beauty, they can't be too careful. Because that door swings both ways. And if Frankie or Marta spots any possible weakness, they're gonna pick at it and wear it down.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The second half opening contest, set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit, is for the Rwl Women's World Tag Team Championships. Introducing first the challengers, accompanied by Sylvia Strong. From Robbinsdale, Minnesota, Francis Frankie Picone. And from Van Nuys, California, Marta Gordon. Together they are power and beauty. Their opponents from Tampa, Florida, Powerhouse Patty Powers, and from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, All-American Liberty Bell, Danielle Heathcote, American Powers.
Okay, it's going to be Frankie Picone and Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote starting off in this title match. Oh, the pressure's on, no question about it. Walt Rothburn rings the bell. The ladies come center ring. They lock up, collar and elbow, headlock from Frankie Picone. Danielle taken down into a headlock on the mat. Danielle counters with a head scissor. And cinched it up on Frankie. Frankie Picone finds her way out back into the headlock. Some impressive chain wrestling from the go here. Danielle into another headlock. Now into a top wrist lock on Frankie Picone. Leg takedown. Nicely done. But Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote a counter from Frankie Picone. Danielle counters. Swings and misses with the chop. Catches a kick to the midsection from Frankie. Danielle counters Frankie. Does a cute little wraparound into a suplex. Nicely done. Danielle drags Frankie Picone towards American Power's corner and turns it over to Powerhouse Patty Powers. Patty Powers rounds up Frankie Picone, taken down with the leg sweep. Frankie gets a hold of Patty, whips her to the opposing team side. Here comes Marta Gordon. Dual snapmare and stereo set of kicks. Oh, well. Oh, wheelbarrow senton. Nice tandem work. There's a kick from Patty Powers. Marta Gordon counters. Gets a hold of Patty. Whips as she rebounds out of the corner. Up over the shoulders. Patty counters. Boom. Powerhouse Patty nails her with the DDT. There's a stomp. Patty whips Marta to the outer apron. Bring her back inside. This is not going to be an outside brawl yet. Marta counters with an uppercut. Patty with the fireman's carry. Powerhouse Patty Powers. Marta Gordon being introduced to that turnbuckle in her own corner a number of times. Out she collapses. Marta whips Patty back into the corner. Quick Olay out of the corner. Marta takes a route across town into the American Powers corner. Here comes Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote. And here comes the tandem. They wind up the arms. Double shots to the midsection. Ooh, man. Stereo punches. As Danielle Heathcote takes over, but what is a series of stomps from Marta Gordon. Again, the Women's World Tag Team Champions at stake here. Marta Gordon steps out. Here comes Frankie Picone on the tag. Frankie countered by Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote. Up over the shoulder. Frankie Picone takes a ride on the top rope. Danielle catches a jawjacker. A quick counter and a kick to the gut from Danielle to Frankie. Frankie whipped back into the AP corner. Counters, escapes the corner. It's a hold of Liberty Bell Danielle. Whips her out. She rebounds out of that corner. There's a hard stomp. And a very knee from Frankie Picone. Frankie Picone with a kick to the midsection. They lock it up. They tussle. Danielle shoves her back. Gets a hold of Frankie. Whips her to the AP corner again. A quick counter into an inverted DDT from Danielle. Here comes Patty Powers again. Powerhouse Patty rounds up Frankie Picone. Lifts her to the ropes. Frankie with a quick counter and a quick takedown of Patty Powers. A little bit of showboating here for the folks in London from Frankie Picone. Patty catches an arm drag. A gouge to the eyes from Patty Powers into a reef chest press series of hard right hands for Frankie Picone. Frankie rounded up. Oh man. Kick to the midsection from Patty Powers. Swing and a miss with the charge. Jumping neckbreaker from Frankie Picone. Patty Powers rolls out to the floor. Marta Gordon taking over for Power and Beauty. Patty counters. Marta counters. Marta gets a hold of Patty Powers. Whips her to the corner. Oh, man, right into the turnbuckle. Marta Gordon with a kick to Patty. Patty countering with an arm drag. Marta counters with another forearm. Patty Powers one more time into the Power and Beauty corner. Rebounding out. These girls whip these girls into the corner hard. There's a stomp to the head. A little bit more teasing and taunting from Marta Gordon. Patty Powers. Marta with an arm drag. Patty lands Marta's head to the canvas. Marta counters with another jaw jacker. Has her up. Patty counters. Delivers a kick to the leg. Has up. Marta Gordon spins her around and then sidewalk slam. That's Powerhouse Patty for you. Patty gets a hold of Marta. Whips her to the American Powers corner. Boot party time for poor Marta Gordon. Patty Powers and Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote take alternating turns, delivering a series of painful stomps to the chest and midsection of Marta Gordon. And you all know how this one ends. It ends with that assisted whip from center ring. There's the drop kick. Marta Gordon just rolls out center ring, ready to be pinned, and that's what Liberty Bell Danielle does. Here, 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Patty Powers throwing Frankie Picone outside. Marta counters with a right. Gets a hold of Danielle. Belly to belly suplex. Marta counters by Danielle with an arm drag. There's a kick to the side of the head of Marta Gordon. Marta and Danielle lock it up. Marta shoves back again. Danielle, look at this. Into a possible submission right here. It wasn't going to take too long before that happened. Marta Gordon counters, runs her way out. Marta caught up by Danielle, whip to the AP corner. Danielle misses with the knees. There's a clothesline from Marta Gordon, taking Danielle down. Danielle sweeps the leg on Marta. Danielle Heathcote whips Marta Gordon to the far right corner. Turns her around. Marta Gordon quick with the counter here. Up into a tree of wolf for Danielle Heathcote. This ain't good. Marta Gordon. What the hell is she doing? Oh no, get out of here. No way she's gonna try that. Marta Gordon all the way up. Here we go. Oh man, coast to coast drop kick. Marta Gordon might have hurt herself doing that one, but Danielle caught all of it. This is not good. Marta Gordon drags Danielle towards center ring. Covers and hooks the leg. 1, 2. Patty Powers makes the save. Delivers a shot to Marta. Frankie Picone goes after Patty Powers. Whips her into the corner. Face buster. Danielle with a shot to the midsection and a kick to the gut to Marta Gordon. There's a kick to the leg. Liberty Bell rounds up Marta, hangs her up off the top rope by the waist. Marta's trying to make her way to her corner. Drop toe hold to Danielle Heathcote. Marta Gordon, kind of feeling herself at the moment, misses with the stomp. Danielle rolls back inside the ring and down into a crossface center ring. No, Marta Gordon quickly finding her way out of that one. A clothesline from Marta, followed up with a second one. Marta rebounds off the ropes and a flying kick takes Danielle Heathcote down to the mat. Marta rounds her up, has her up, one arm spinebuster from Marta Gordon, who is now stalking Liberty Bell Danielle Heathcote. And from a pump handle slam. Patty Powers on the outside, still recovering as Marta Gordon goes in for the cover and hits the leg. Here's the ref. 1, 2, 3. Oh man! Power and Beauty are the new Women's World Tag Team Champions.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time, 9 minutes and 28 seconds. Your winners by pinfall, and the new RWL Women's World Tag Team Champions, Frankie Picone and Marta Gordon. Power and Beauty.
Well, guys, I guess it's obvious to you that I'm not real happy with this outcome, but as the great Dr. Seuss once said, business is business and business must grow. It's been a nice 18-month run for American Powers as Women's World Tag Team Champions, but the old must make room for the new. As Power and Beauty become the new Women's World Tag Team Champions, bringing another pair of tag team titles to the Stronghold. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back with more RWL Sn Rl right after these words.
Up next, a specialty attraction, if ever there was one, a 2-on-1 handicap with the Triple Crown King of the Monsters, Warlord Santos, against Akira Tozawa and Shinsuke Nakamura. This, I've got to see.
The following handicap tag team match is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Hidalgo, Mexico, weighing 496 pounds, and our WL Triple Crown champion, the Mexican monolith, Warlord Santos.
The RWL Super Heavyweight Champion, the King of Legends Champion, and the current new United States Legends Champion, the Mexican monolith, Warlord Santos. And man, he's a one-man, 3 musketeers all by himself. Athos, Porthos, and Aramis. Wow.
Got the story behind this match straight from Santos himself. Seems he and Ione the Titans were talking, and Dion asked why Santos never does any handicap matches. Well, Santos clapped back on that, saying how when he wrestled under a mask in Mexico, he wrestled 2-on-1, sometimes 3-on-1 handicap matches for buku pesos. And he's decided to prove it as a tune-up match before Labor Day Slamathon. He says, in addition, that Nakamura and Tozawa are about the same size as the luchadors he used to ragdoll in his younger days. Pretty fair estimate, really.
His opponents, both from Tokyo, Japan, at a combined weight of 305 pounds, Akira Tozawa and Shinsuke Nakamura.
There's just one small flaw in Santos' methods. Mexican cruiserweights aren't accomplished in the smash-mouth Japanese strong-style methods of Tozawa and Nakamura. They not only move fast and fly fast, but they kick the crap out of you while they do. But if Santos gets a firm grip on either one, El Hoco Mexicano is gonna swing for the fences with him.
I don't care how big or bad you are, a 2-against-1 scenario is always putting you at a disadvantage. I don't care how big the Mexican monolith is, and as fast as these guys move and as quick and as frequently as they tag, he's really going to have to buckle down and make sure he doesn't get taken off his vertical base. Well, pretty funny how it winds up here. It might not be too funny for Shinsuke Nakamura starting it out here against the Mexican monolith. And here we go, Willie Johnson ringside up. Arm drag right out of the gate from Shinsuke Nakamura. Starts with a set of kicks. Santos shoves him down to the canvas. The Mexican monolith swings and misses, shoves Nakamura right back down again, stomps on his head. The Mexican monolith Rounds up Shinsuke Nakamura, an elbow, a right, another right. And oh man, going to work on the arm of Nakamura with a series of headbutts. Stomp two. Warlord Santos retaliating here on Shinsuke Nakamura as it slams him right down. Big scoop slam. Cover. 1, 2. No. Nakamura powering out still kind of early. Rwl Santos making his way up to the top turnbuckle. Here we go. Elbow drop right across the chest. Another cover attempt. 1, 2. Akira Tozawa there to make the save, but Nakamura got himself out of danger right away. Santos taking a little bit of walk. There's a kick to the face of Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura rounded up again. Santos escorting Nakamura to the ropes. Has him up. Man, right against the ropes. Now position. Nakamura takes Santos down. Starts stretching the arm on the Mexican monolith. Shinsuke Nakamura currently with the advantage. Warlord Santos off his vertical base. Can't really do a lot of damage that way. He steps out. Well, face plant for Akira Tozawa. He may be taking a little nap for a minute. Nakamura up over the shoulders of the Mexican monolith. Nakamura counters into an inverted DDT on the outside. A driving knee into the back of Warlord Santos. Akira Tozawa is gone. Shinsuke Nakamura with an axe kick to Warlord Santos. Nakamura on a roll here on the outside. Takes himself back inside the ring. Warlord Santos snaps out of it, looking for Nakamura. Makes his way back inside. Tozawa back to a standing position here. Warlord Santos whips Nakamura to the ropes. Power slam. Another pin attempt. 1, 2. Another escape by Nakamura. Another assist from Akira Tozawa. Nakamura counters with a kick. They lock up. Shinsuke Nakamura with Santos against the ropes. Starts yanking the arm center. Oh man, right in the center of the ropes. Shinsuke Nakamura driving knees into the midsection of the Mexican monolith. This 2-on-1 handicap match starting to go a little bit bad for Warlord Santos against the smash mouth style of these two Japanese stars. Santos being escorted towards the corner of Akira Tozawa and Shinsuke Nakamura. Shinsuke Nakamura stalling just a little bit too long. Warlord Santos not moving. Absolute. There we go. He just hemmed and hawed just a little bit too long. Warlord Santos escapes with elbows. Nakamura whipped to the ropes. Boom! Elbow right to the face. Santos starts stomping for all he's worth. Swings and misses with the clothesline. Nakamura gets a hold of him. Santos counters with elbows. Nakamura back off. Clothesline. Takes Nakamura down and out in Beverly Hills. All the way up on the top turnbuckle. Santos with another elbow drop across the chest of Shinsuke Nakamura. He might want to think about tagging. Up into the bear hug. Akira Tozawa has to make the save that time. Nakamura is out. Akira Tozawa being escorted to the ropes by Warlord Santos. He's going to regret coming in here. Hung up on the top rope. Shinsuke Nakamura still laid out face down. There's a stomp from the Mexican monolith. Nakamura back up, charges, drives a knee into the Mexican monolith, delivers a series of kicks. Drives a knee into the back of Warlord Santos. Shinsuke Nakamura tags in Akira Tozawa. Running drop kick. Takes Santos right back down. Santos back to a pinned in the corner, but rolls out. Clothesline, swings and misses. Tozawa with a right. Santos whip to the other side. A running elbow from Akira Tozawa. Here comes Shinsuke Nakamura again. And the advantage going to the Japanese team right now. Look at this. Look at the power. Up over the shoulders Almost 500. Oh, man. Santos has him up. Oh, slams him face first. Oh, wow. Here's another cover. One. Akira Tozawa messing things up for Santos again. Shinsuke Nakamura counters. Santos with a hard shot to the gut of Nakamura. Goes behind. There's a German suplex. And boom, there's that clothesline. Nakamura in big trouble now. The Mexican Monolith moves in. There's a kick to the gut. He's got him up. It's going to be powerbomb time. Giant powerbomb. Boom, there it is. Here's a cover. One. Akira Tozawa. Again, right on the scene. And mess things up. Santos going to make Tozawa pay. Decks him a couple of shots. Tozawa counters with a forearm. Shinsuke Nakamura on Dream Street on the other side of town. Warlord Santos firmly in control of the crowd here in London, just loving some Mexican monoliths right here. Tozawa with another forearm to Santos. Santos going to go out after Tozawa now. Shinsuke Nakamura, the legal man in the ring. Santos rolled back in. An elbow from Nakamura. They lock up center ring, kick to the midsection. Shinsuke Nakamura with another knee. Santos swings and misses with the clothesline. Gets a hold of Nakamura. Has him up. Shinsuke Nakamura counters with a chop block to the knee. Warlord Santos down on the canvas again. Nakamura gathers him up. Escorts him towards his team's corner. Head first into the turnbuckle. And there's Akira Tozawa. Here comes a double team. Oh, this does not look good. Oh, man. What a vicious double team from Tozawa and Nakamura, the Mexican Monolith. Goes out to the outside. Oh, man. Akira Tozawa with a drop kick off the top. Oh, wow. This one has gotten crazy. Another forearm from Tozawa to the Mexican Monolith. Warlord Santos in trouble here. The referee's still counting. Oh, man. Akira Tozawa just going 7 counts of crazy here on Warlord Santos. And he's just stomping every available inch of the Mexican Monolith. Driving repeated knees into the back of Santos. Tozawa with a kick, a shot, and a Hurricane Rana. Warlord Santos catching all kinds of hell on the outside. Tozawa rolls him back inside. Up on the top left turnbuckle. Here we go. Boom. Elbow drop right across the back of Warlord Santos. Akira Tozawa covers and hooks the leg. 1, 2. You got to give Akira Tozawa his due. He's performing. Santos trying to get back up to his feet. And Akira Tozawa's right there. There's a kick to the midsection. Tozawa. Oh, man. Just double Santos over like a boat. Santos counters. Back up on his feet, goes back after Shinsuke Nakamura, brings him into the ring. Locks up Tozawa. Front cradle. Into the turnbuckle and out to the center of the ring. Shinsuke Nakamura. One more time. Seeing the stars and hearing the birdies. Warlord Santos just tearing up Akira Tozawa. Trying to crawl to anywhere that he isn't. Shinsuke Nakamura still figuring it out. The Mexican Monolith gets a hold of Tozawa again. He counters with a forearm, backs off Santos. Santos puts on the brakes, delivers a stomp to Akira Tozawa. Shinsuke Nakamura could be in big trouble. He might have been concussed. Nakamura snaps out of it. The Mexican Monolith rakes the face of Akira Tozawa. Hard Irish whip into the corner. Tozawa counters, escapes, gets an elbow. Misses with the dropkick. Santos a step too fast. Warlord Santos. Big time clubbing overhand right. The Mexican Monolith. With a driving knee into the head. Here's a cover. 1, 2. Shinsuke Nakamura breaking it up again. Oh, Santos is provoked. Okay. Akira Tozawa is in big trouble. Shinsuke Nakamura from looking to interfere. Warlord Santos changes his mind on the high-risk maneuver, gets Nakamura back inside the ring. Tozawa caught up by the Mexican monolith. Military press drop. Akira Tozawa catches a knee from the Mexican monolith. And Shinsuke Nakamura has spent a lot of time in that condition. He's going to have to see the doctor after this one's all over. Reverse Dominator Slam from the Mexican monolith. He covers 1, 2, 3. This is all over. Warlord Santos defeats Tozawa and Nakamura by pinfall.
The time, 10 minutes and 49 seconds. Your winner by pinfall, Warlord Santos.
Well, how about that? Now the king of the monsters comes up with the W, gets the Duke against Shinsuke Nakamura and Akira Tozawa. And man, I'll tell you what, Tozawa and Nakamura tried their butts off, but the Mexican monolith winds up beating both of them so bad he can get the 3 count with no interference. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back with our main event, a tag team match to be remembered right after this. You are a Memphis millionaire, and I did not forget that you might want to be part of. I did not forget that you too are a Memphis millionaire, and I did not forget that you might want to be part of Money Incorporated V2. So, one thing is, you just never bothered to ask. Would you like to join us?
You mean as of right now?
As of right now.
I'm in. Let me get moving, though. Bring Ted and Layfield to the next lunch meeting. See what we can cook up together.
Money Incorporated V2 leaving no dollar unspent tonight with a special guest appearance by the Brothers of Destruction with marching orders to crash Papa Shango and the Boogeyman in the main event.
And I got the $1 million mint standard on. Oh, here we go.
Salutations to all of our children that dwell in our sweet darkness, and hear the joyous words of Lilith, mother of all.
The time has come as I, Lilith Morella, the queen mother of the sectarian's darkness. I walk between the worlds, but now it is time for me to join the fray and woe betide the fools that would oppose me, as Tiana Marquez once did. She resisted at first, but Tiana, like her mother, died and was reborn as her true self, her superior sectarian self, and she has seen into the future and spoken prophecy. Speak your truth to the masses, my child.
I am Tiana, daughter of Lilith, spiritual daughter of Kaz, granddaughter of Papa Shango, and sister of the Boogeyman. I am a sectarian prophetess and have seen what the future holds. Kane and the Undertaker will fall asunder to Papa Shango and the Boogeyman in the first true battle of this war. I am also in the way of knowing my mother's next conversion.
Look upon what is to come.
I shall have another spiritual sister.
Tex, that's a direct threat. Those rat bastards. The nerve. What are? You're not gonna let that stand, are you?
I've already got Kane and the Undertaker getting ready to beat the hell out of him. What more do you want from me?
It's Lilith Morella, and she's coming to get you. She's going to beat you, and then she will eat you. Nobody can stop her. Nobody can save you. She's Lilith Morella. She's Lilith Morella. She's Lilith Morella. She's coming to get you.
Tonight's Snarl main event, a tag team contest set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, accompanied by Kes Manson, both from parts unknown and at a combined weight of 576 pounds, Papa Shango, and Boogeyman the Sectarians.
Seriously, Tex. Basically paying Kane and Taker a bounty for the Sectarians.
What's your point?
Damn it, man. That's the kind of stuff that went out with the Southern Territory days. It's unethical. The Millionaire Club thing is fine and well. But Mr. Tex, paying a bounty is wrong, son.
You're good. You're fired!
Their
You're a
opponents,
gem, Wally.
accompanied by the $1 million man Ted DiBiase, at a combined weight of 625 pounds, the team of the Big Red Machine, and The Undertaker, the Brothers of Destruction.
Don't you dare criticize the general manager, Wally Cardo. Big Rich Unca Tex knows what he's doing, and it's his money, and he'll spend it however he damn well pleases. Now, be supportive of the GM.
May I remind you, Wally, the CEO, Colin O'Toole himself, said money is no object by any means necessary. The Sectarians must be put in their place. That was months ago. They're still not put in their place. Well, we're going to get busy with it.
I wasn't criticizing guys, just pointing out the historical parallel to what Tex is doing. I remember the Big Boss and the declaration of war against the sect, sure. I guess I just can't believe how this has escalated.
Wrestling powers that be, please let Kane and Taker pound these guys to a pulp. Oh, my goodness. Kane and Papa Shango starting off as Willie Johnson rings the bell. Oh, here we go. They lock it up. Papa Shango with the meat of the midsection. Kane counters with a headbutt. Gets a hold of Papa Shango. Shango counters with a knee. The hard right spins Kane around. Shango. Up over the shoulders goes Kane. Slam down to the canvas. Shango rebounds off the rope. Running splash to the Big Red Machine. Oh, man. Money well spent, I hope. Undertaker takes Papa Shango down off the top turnbuckle. The $1 million man out there doing his work for me. Thank you very much, Ted. There's a stomp to the midsection. Papa Shango gets a hold of Kane. Slams it. Papa Shango catches an elbow to the gut. Then a running kitchen sink knee from Kane. Here comes the Undertaker, the dead man. Moving in on Papa Shango. Here we go. Well, he misses with the running charge. Papa Shango gets a hold of him, has him up over the shoulder. The Undertaker backs him up, lines him up by the arm, drops the leg on the arm of Papa Shango. Here comes Kane again. The Brothers of Destruction, a well-oiled machine. Oh, man, running facebuster from Kane on Papa Shango. Kane covers and hooks the leg. One. Oh, well, Papa Shango powered out and the boogeyman was there to interfere. Look at this. Military press, but countered by Papa Shango. Jumping neckbreaker. Takes Kane down to the canvas. Here comes the boogeyman on the tag for the first time in this matchup. Kane catches a right kick. A clubbing overhand right from the boogeyman. Kane counters with a shot to the gut. Gets a hold of the boogeyman. Clubbing overhand right. Kane with a spinning swing ding neckbreaker on the boogeyman. Drops the leg across Boogie's throat. The Big Red Monster steps out. Here comes the dead man again. Yeah, I certainly do hope Kane and the Undertaker show these guys up. Here's a hard right that spins the boogeyman around the Undertaker. Gets a hold of the boogeyman. Reverse dragon sweeper. Papa Shango trying to break it up. Boogeyman finds his way out on his own. Boogeyman catches a hip toss from the Undertaker. The dead man making his way up the top left turnbuckle. Papa Shango right there, but big time diving leg drop from the dead man. Here's a cover one. Almost a two, but Papa Shango right there, too close to the corner. There's a stomp to the boogeyman from the Undertaker. Another boogeyman counters with a hard shot to the gut to the dead man. A shot to the back. Another punch to the back. Up and over the top rope, out onto the floor. On the wrong side of town goes the Undertaker. Papa Shango right there to attack. Boogeyman with a clubbing overhand right takes Taker down to one knee. A series of shots. The boogeyman nails the Undertaker on the outside with a DDT. Referee Willie Johnson already counting. Double X handle to the Undertaker. Undertaker rounded up again by the boogeyman. Rolls himself back inside the ring. Undertaker back to the land of the living, as it were, back inside the ring. Boogeyman gets a hold of him. Clubbing overhand right from Boogeyman. Kane looking on as his brother's taking quite a beating here. Here's a cover one. Undertaker powering out. Kane backs off, back to the corner. Boogeyman tags him with another hard right. Undertaker counters with a kick. Gets back up. Boogeyman slams him right back down. The Boogeyman currently in control here. The momentum shifting towards the Sectarians. Undertaker with a series of elbows to the Boogeyman's gut. Undertaker rounds up Boogeyman. Fireman's carry, walks him over to the far right corner. Snake eyes right into the buckle. Boogeyman sits out. Counters. Gets his way out of the corner. Running drop kick. Drops the Undertaker center ring. Boogeyman starts raining hard right hands on the head of the dead man. Boogeyman gets a hold of the Undertaker. Slams his head into the opposing team's corner. Taker counters and escapes, but Papa Shango with a cheap shot. Boogeyman takes the Undertaker down to the canvas. The Boogeyman tags in Papa Shango. Kaz Manson looking on here. Papa Shango slowly making his way to the top turnbuckle. Undertaker finally rolls back to a standing position. Charges. Running DDT right on the dome for Papa Shango. Misses with the jumping neck breaker as Kane makes his way in on the tag. The Big Red Monster catches the knee to the midsection from Papa Shango. Kane counters with a knee of his own. Gets a hold of Shango, whips him to the ropes. Running kick takes him down. The Big Red Monster starts opening fire with those big red hands. Papa Shango busted open and bleeding over that face paint. Here comes the Undertaker, the $1 Million Man, cheering the guys on. Yeah, so far, the Brothers of Destruction not doing too badly for themselves right now. Undertaker slowly makes his way to the top turnbuckle. Papa Shango is laid out just about center ring. Here we go, diving elbow across the back of the head of Papa Shango. Kane makes his way back inside the ring. Shango catches that kitchen sink knee again from the Big Red Monster. Kane delivers a couple of stomps right to the face of Papa Shango, and he is hurting. The Undertaker taking over. The Brothers of Destruction back in control here. The Sectarians looking like they're in pretty big trouble. Rolling elbow right across the back. Undertaker. Oh, there's the goozle. There's the choke slam. And this could be the end right here. Here's a cover. Wow. Oh, Boogeyman right there to break things up. Kane gets a hold of the Boogeyman. Whips him into the corner. Rounds him back up. The Undertaker going to work here on Papa Shango in the meanwhile. Got him up. Papa Shango lifts his weight and counters the move. Goes after Kane, but no good. Boogeyman's already out of here. Papa Shango gets a hold of the Big Red Monster, has him up, hangs him up over the top rope. The Undertaker on the outside. The referee counts, but well, everybody's back in the ring now. Double X handle off the top turnbuckle from Papa Shango. The Undertaker rounded up towards the far left corner, head first into the turnbuckle. The Sectarian's corner. Here comes the Boogeyman. The Boogeyman with a kick to the midsection of the dead man. Hard right spins him around. Boogeyman goes behind. Trap squeeze. This ain't good. Undertaker. The flow of blood blocked to his brain. He's woozy. Kane with a knee to the midsection of the Boogeyman. The Undertaker snaps out. Gets back in the ring. The Boogeyman drags Kane in over the top rope. Hard clubbing right. Undertaker right there to round up the Boogeyman. Has him up, scoop slams him. The Undertaker rebounds off the rope, running leg drop to the Boogeyman. Taker measuring Boogie here. Rounds him up. Here we go. It is Tombstone time. Boom, there it is. Tombstone pile driver. There's a cover. Papa Shango spoiling the party there for the dead man. Undertaker Rounds up Boogie by his throat, pitches him towards his own team's corner. As Manson just standing there like he's in a trance. Undertaker lines up the arm on Boogie, drops the leg on it. Takes himself, wait a minute, changed his mind. Here comes Papa Shango on the tag. Undertaker misses with the neckbreaker. Counters with a kick to Papa Shango, winds up in the corner. A clothesline takes Shango down to the mat. Undertaker steps out. Here comes Kane, the $1 Million Man. Just the best cheering second you can buy. Kane's got Papa Shango up, running power slam. Papa Shango got all of it too. The Big Red Monster makes his way to the top turnbuckle. Here we go, diving elbow right across the chest of Papa Shango. And again, the Brothers of Destruction clearly in control here of the Sectarians. And Kane rebounds off the rope, running kick to the face of Papa Shango. Shango gathered up by the Big Red Monster. Shango counters with elbows. Kane's backed off, a hard right from Shango. Whoop, right into that DDT. Kane, quick with the counter there. Kane, countered by Shango. Kane counters Shango, and there's a headbutt. The Big Red Monster, clubbing overhand right, takes Shango down to one knee. Neckbreaker. Papa Shango catching all kinds of hell as Kane decides to leave out, and here comes the Undertaker. Shango in the far right corner. The Dead Man moves in. Oh man, look at this. Shango hung up in the tree of woe. The Dead Man putting the boots for Papa Shango, whose head has taken quite a battering. I'm gonna have a nasty headache in the morning. Undertaker rallying the troops here. The fans 100% behind the Brothers of Destruction here. Shango up over the shoulder of the Undertaker. Another running power slam just like the one he got from Kane. Shango rounded up again. The Dead Man escorts him to the corner. Head first into the buckle he goes, but he counters. Kane catches him with a cheap shot. Undertaker gets a hold of him, scoop slams him. Here's the rebound off the rope. There's the leg drop again. Papa Shango really not going to think about tagging the boogeyman in here, because he is just getting all jacked up. Riggedy wrecked. Undertaker gets a hold of him, snap suplex. Papa Shango rolls out to the floor, wondering where the hell he is. Undertaker charges. Oh man, did you see that over the top rope? And down right Papa Shango, the Undertaker. Nobody does it like the Dead Man. Taker rounds up Shango, pitches him towards the barricade. Misses with the leg drop. Shango back up on his feet. Running drop kick takes the Undertaker down. Referee's counting. Time's a-wasting. Undertaker rolls back into the ring. Papa Shango catches the clothesline and right back out to go. Here comes the Big Red Monster on the tag. Shango laid out. Kane takes down the boogeyman. The Undertaker resumes his work on Papa Shango, the $1 Million Man. Throwing in a cheap shot of his own. And you go to as long as you don't get caught. Kane with a stomp to the shoulder of Papa Shango. The boogeyman is laid out. Kaz Manson trying to figure it all out. Kane on the top turnbuckle. Papa Shango stands himself up. Here we go. Chop right to the top of the skull. And Papa Shango is all messed up. Hard series of rights from the Big Red Monster, the boogeyman. Got to regain consciousness at some point. Here comes the Undertaker. Papa Shango all by himself against the two Brothers of Destruction. Undertaker got a good, he's drawn a bead, but Papa Shango counters. Pitches Undertaker across town. The Dead Man rounded up by Papa Shango and slammed back to the canvas. The sectarian voodoo priest rounds up the Undertaker. Running power slam to the Dead Man. Shango rounds him up again. Turns around. Oh, Dominator style slam. Here's a cover. 1, 2, but only a near fall. Papa Shango has to go back to work here. Rounds up the Undertaker, slams him right back down again. The dead man counters, gets back up on his feet, gets a hold of Papa Shango. Double goozle slam down to the canvas. Undertaker covers, hits the leg, running, but Boogeyman right there to wreck the party. Kane stalking the Boogeyman. Undertaker stalking the Boogeyman. Boogeyman counters the Undertaker. Kane resumes his position. Shoulder tackle. Takes the Boogeyman out onto the floor again. It'll be a while before we see him for a minute. Papa Shango and Undertaker duking it out on the outside. Shango with a clubbing overhand right to the dead man. Takes himself back inside. Kane stalking Papa Shango here by his corner. Shango tags him with the right. A clubbing overhand right on Shango going out onto the apron with Kane. Slams him into the lip of the apron, returns to work on the Undertaker. Undertaker counters with a shot to the midsection, gets a hold of Papa Shango, pitches him towards the barricades, over by the 11. And the Undertaker has got the crowd here in London whipped the hell up. Papa Shango don't know where the hell he is. Boogeyman just got back to his corner. Undertaker taken down with a clothesline by Papa Shango. Undertaker whips him into the barricade. Shango rounded up, head first into the barricade. His head is going to double inside. A leg drop. Man. Undertaker just taking Papa Shango apart here, as I kind of hoped he would, actually. Shango again just being beaten off them barricades like a pinball off some bumpers. Shango rolled back into the ring. Here comes Kane on the tag. Man, we are running out of time. Haven't seen too many successful falls here. Hard right from Kane. Papa Shango trying to beat it out of town. He makes it. Here comes the Boogeyman. Here comes the Undertaker. Boogeyman gets a hold of the Undertaker. Sets up the pump handle. There's the Boogie Slam. This could be bad. 1, 2, Kane right there to break up the pin. Boogeyman with a clothesline to the back of Kane. Kaz Manson for the first time starting to look a little enthusiastic. There's an elbow from the Boogeyman. A shoulder tackle takes the Undertaker down. Kane just snapping out of it. Boogeyman countered by the Undertaker. There's the goozle. Here we go. No choke slam. Boogeyman counters. Hard shot to the midsection of the Undertaker. He's got him by the throat. Slams him down. Here's another cover. Kane breaks up the pin before even the count of 1. The Boogeyman making his way to the top turnbuckle here. He dives and misses it. Undertaker with the quick Olay. Boogeyman with a knee to the Undertaker. Undertaker counters with a kick. They lock it up again. Undertaker winds him up. Drops the leg on the arm of the Boogeyman. Elbow to the top of the skull. Kane tags in the Undertaker, the Boogeyman, in all kinds of pain here. The Big Red Monster rounds him up. There's the goozle. Well, this could be the ticket out here. Choke slam to hell. Kane covers. 1, 2, 3. Papa Shango can't make the save. The Brothers of Destruction defeat the Sectarians by pinfall. Let's go get the official time.
The time, 17 minutes and 3 seconds. Your winners by pinfall, Kane and The Undertaker, the Brothers of Destruction.
Now, boys, that is what I call money well spent. Kane and the Undertaker, the dead man of the Big Red Monster, laying waste to the Sectarians here tonight in tonight's small main event. That was absolutely beautiful. Now I know how Myron feels when Too Short Popeye catches one. Folks, that is the main event, but stick around because up next to close the show, we've got Macho Man Randy Savage when we come back. Wow!
is right. Macho Man Randy Savage closing out tonight's program with this token appearance as he steps out here to clear the air about the return of Miss Elizabeth as his valet, and boy howdy. Savage shocked everyone when Miss Elizabeth appeared by his side in his last match against superstar Billy Graham. Seems the London crowd's giving Randy a bit of a mixed reaction. Maybe the tone will change once he says what he's got on his brain.
In case you missed it, Randy lost that match to superstar Graham, but he doesn't seem the least bit bothered by it. No, the Macho Man seems to have gotten not only Elizabeth, but his mojo back as well. Look at that smile. I've never seen the guy look happier. Of course, the crap in the oatmeal is to short Popeye Scott Bell, who by all accounts is annoyed by Randy's recent actions, but so far hasn't said much past. I'm not thrilled with Randy Savage right now.
Excuse me, you guys got room for one more? Myron Schimmelman, come on in, sit down, man. I don't want to miss this. I don't think you do, Myron. My psychic twinkle says something real interesting's about to happen. Well, all right, we've waited a whole week for something bigger than Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce getting engaged. I think Macho Man's about to give it to us, too.
What the joyous news may spread all the years. But I guess right now everyone knows that Miss Elizabeth and the Macho Man are back together again. Things are going to be very different from now on. Oh, yeah.
And speaking of the crap in the oatmeal, just look at what the cat dragged in Too Short, Popeye Scott Bell. Uh-oh, here we freaking go. Well, I guess old Too Short is not going to stay silent any longer. Isn't going to come out here and not start something. This is going to be most unpleasant, gentlemen. I hope so. That would be nice.
What the hell do you think you're doing, Scott? Nobody invited you here. Now you stand there and be quiet while I take care of my business, yeah.
Hey, no, Randy. What the hell do you think you're doing? You waltz out here to announce that you and Elizabeth are back together without even checking that out with me first. And how about Elizabeth, huh? You waited till I was out sick to spring this on everyone in that match with Superstar Graham. Really? Because you knew I wouldn't have let you do it. God damn it, Randy. I own your contract.
Not anymore, you don't. I'm sick and tired of you dictating the terms, choosing which matches I can and can't take, who I can deal with and not deal with. I'm handing in my resignation, Scott. I quit. Bell Unlimited. Yeah.
Yeah, well, your resignation is not accepted, Randy. Now get your ass backstage, Mr. Macho, so I can straighten you and Elizabeth out on how things are gonna run with us from now on. Come on, chop chop!
Oh shit,
Oh,
yo!
snap.
He's gonna make him accept the resignation.
Holy old hell. The fans have spoken. Randy Savage has heard, and he obeys. Damn, way to give your 2 weeks' notice. Macho Man just opened up a can on to short, and the fans are licking it up.
Let's see that again on instant replay. Wow, man. Oh, man, he just clocked him with that microphone. Oh, man, Randy Savage handing in his resignation to Too Short Popeye Big Time. We won't be seeing him with Bell Unlimited anymore. That was absolutely beautiful. I think I'm going to cry. I can't believe what's just happened. Well, they're going to have to send frail old Scott to the emergency room after this one.
And on that extremely positive note, that's where we're gonna leave it till next Saturday. That's tonight's Snarl. Fans, 5,700 thank yous for the 5,700th video just posted to the channel. Coming up Monday, September 1st, the Labor Day Slamathon Supercard. Until next week, Wally Cardell saying thanks, good night, and be safe.